this is everything that you've been working for. You might be scared, like, I don't know if I'm ready for such a big step. You are catching feelings for the life that you desire. I'm gonna say that again. Oh, there's a motorcycle in the background. Not that you can hear it because my family's really loud. But there is a motorcycle. It was a Harley, so confirmation. But you guys are catching feelings for magical moments that you have been destined for since the beginning of time. For some of you guys, this is falling in love. You were destined for the love of your life. Others of you, you are becoming the CEO of your life, and Spirit is saying it's now or never. Get ready to have more confidence in your magic. You can kind of throw patience out the window. You won't have to be as patient as you normally are. I don't know. You guys will know if this message is for you. You've been having to wait and wait and wait and wait for certain things to unfold. And so you've been praying and wishing on a star. It is now or never. You are not going to have to wait like you were waiting before, sitting on the stepping stone and praying and hoping and wishing. Okay. You are catching feelings for the life that you deserve. And I'm seeing that it is fated for you. You are falling in love with the life that you deserve, or quite literally falling in love. Some of you guys are meeting the love of your life and you are just starting to enjoy being single. The person that you're meeting is, it's just so aligned. A lot of you guys are already going to know this person now. This message isn't only about love, but this is just one of the things that I'm channeling. You guys are meeting somebody that you've already connected with before, whether it's elementary school, junior high, high school, college, whatever. You've ran into this person before. You are acquainted with them. Now this is your season for falling in love. They were enjoying being single and you were enjoying being single. And now you two are just falling in love. It's amazing. And you cannot stop this emotional attraction. Whatever you are gearing up for, you cannot stop the emotional attraction. Whether it's love or one of the biggest manifestations you could ever think of, you are seeing that you have no attachment to this thing because to you it's that big. You're like, oh, that thing over there that I've always been wanting, I have no real attachment to that. Why? Because it's that freaking big. Okay. Let's say it's your dream car. Maybe maybe somebody's buying a boat. Maybe it's your dream home. You could be starting a business and all the signs are pointing towards go this way. You will get confirmation dings like never before. It will be just falling from the heavens. You'll be like, oh my gosh, this is destined. But I love the fact that you are not attached to the outcome. The fact that if that dream item does not work out, you will not throw a fit because you will feel more equipped towards being able to step towards that. Does that make sense? Let's say you are trying to get your dream business up and running. And this is something that you've been thinking about for a while, but you're like, is there ever really a right time? But now you are feeling intuitively guided and the signs and synchronicities are with you. And the confirmations are even bigger. So even if this dream thing isn't ready right now, you will feel better equipped for it in the future. You will feel more prepared because you are going through the steps and the motions and the anxiousness and the excitement, but also not being attached to the outcome, which is why it's going to work in your favor, and so much is going to be working in your favor. You cannot stop the attraction between you and this thing. You can't stop it. You can't unsee it and you can't undo it. You just know that it's meant for you, whether you get it now or later. But the fact that you are, being studious or researching or actually making the moves, other things are going to fall into place. So let's say you are wanting to buy a dream item with the love of your life. And normally they're like, real skittish, like, I don't want to do that. You know, let's say you're the spender, you're the theatrical one, and they might be theatrical too, but they're not into spending. I'm hearing another Harley. They may be on board. You're going to see people dropping gems and nuggets, and these aren't crumbs. There are no crumbs here. All types of information that's going to help you along this magical journey. So right now, you've currently been taking out the trash. Oh, my besties have been going through it, the emotional roller coaster, the hamster wheel of you know what. You have been closing out karmic ties. And something that you've had on your vision board for a very long time, something that always had in the back of your mind, you are seeing that you're fated for, and you're not going to refuse the call. Okay? You are not going to let anyone steal your dreams. You might be careful of who you speak about it with, but you are not going to refuse the call of the life that you deserve. You're not going to let anyone ruin this for you, again, because you have been amping up your protection on what you're fated for in the life that you really want. I'm also seeing that you guys are not only coming to a stage of completion with enemies and karmic cycles, but you are gaining more momentum. You have the Chariot coming in. I haven't gotten the Chariot in your pre-pull, but I'm seeing that it feels like that confidence, that success that's coming in for you. You are normally told you got to slow down, you got to change your attitude, and you got to clear your mind. But that's all you've been doing for the last 6 months. Most of you guys are coming out of a dark night of the soul, and you are tired. And this is giving you a magical glimpse into a timeline that you will not be able to wipe the smile off of your face. This is for not stopping believing and knowing that you don't have to wait for what you truly want. And you don't have to be attached to what you truly want. So I'm seeing you guys really enjoy the ride. I want you to affirm it below. I am ready to enjoy the ride. I am attracting my heart's desires. I was going to say can't not, but we can't put that in an affirmation. We have hard times are over. Look forward to abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. I've been wanting to encourage all of us to pray for one another more. And I feel like in this season, this golden era of us all praying for one another and lifting each other up and encouraging each other, I feel like it's just really going to help with what we're fated for. We are not alone. We might have felt like we were in this dark night of the soul alone, but we're going to come out of it, shutting the door, being at a stage of completion, getting rid of the trash and purging what no longer needs to, be around. You are getting rid of the damage. You've assessed the damage. You're getting rid of what's toxic, and seeing that all of your hard work was not in vain. All of your loyalty, all of your pain, all of your suffering, all of the above was not in vain. You are going to be in the spotlight at this time because you have been waiting to feel this enthusiasm and this happiness again. It's been missing from your life, or you've been having to fake the funk of the enthusiasm, and that feels awful to you. You're like, I don't like pretending everything's fine when it's not. And so you've been very vulnerable with the divine. You've been very vulnerable with God. Like, God, I just want to be happy. I just want to be okay. I want to be safe. I want to be healthy. I want to be of sound mind. I don't want to be an emotional basket case every day of the week. And so God is showing us, the Most High is prompting us to understand the power of community. Because a lot of us were lone wolves and we did so many things by ourselves. We could have had people around us growing up, but we always stayed to ourselves, especially if they were toxic in our life. We could have had terrible siblings, so we always, played with our own toys or did our own thing. But now we are starting to understand the power of a group, the power of supporters, of having allies. You maybe didn't realize that underneath your nose, you had powerful allies. And you have way more powerful allies than you have enemies. You will be able to stunt a little bit more, stunt this happiness, and it's going to ignite something in your community that you are building. You are a firecracker or a firework for people that are confused or people that feel lost. So whatever you guys are getting into, I am so excited because it's like you've been unplugged. You've been unplugged and trying to get by, and now everything's getting, there's the source of power. You're feeling magnetic again because the signs are with you, the confirmations are with you, spirit is with you. I'm so excited. So again, we have hard times are over. The journey is here. You are not refusing the call. You are not going to steal your own dream. You're not going to sabotage it. You're not going to backslide. You're not going to backpedal. You understand fully that if it is not meant for you, it's okay. You are only being prepared or being trained for all the amazingness, all the awesomeness that is still to come. So I love this outlook for you guys. We have gathering around. There is a community gathering around you. You want to know why? Because you're asking. You are asking them. Okay, so I'm going to be praying for you guys. Praying that you get your heart's desire. That you get your spark back. That you get your enthusiasm back. That you are just satisfied and content. That you are healthy and safe. That is what I pray for the collective in the name of Jesus. Amen. So I ask that you guys pray for me as well for my protection and my health and happiness, because we are so much stronger than those that have their evil eye and they want to kick us when we're down. We ain't hearing that. The power of this community is going to ignite something magnificent. The power of this community is going to show the star power. It's just going to be magical. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm pulling out my House of the Dragon Game of Thrones deck. I want to see what else comes out for you. So we have It's Trash Day. Okay, I'm channeling It's Trash Day. So you are taking everything to the sidewalk. The self-limiting beliefs, the doubt, the sabotage, the things that you bring in to pacify you for comfort. You are pulling your sword out of the trash can, and everything else that needs to go is going to the curb. Your sword is your truth, what you stand by, what you preach on, what you testify to. It is your testimony. It is your confidence. It's what makes you magical. So maybe when you were going through this karmic bananery, you threw this sword in the trash can. You were like, it doesn't even matter because I feel like I'm alone and I'm not even trying to be alone. You felt like giving up, but those hard times are ending. So affirm it below. Hard times are over. Okay, hard times are over. Someone here could be 24, 26, 37, or 49. You guys can let me know in the comments. Okay. We have Arya Stark. I got this in another message, I think about a week ago. I got this in my deck, like my handwritten deck. We have the Fighter. You are being shown, don't be forgetting that you're not regular. You might be pocket size, okay? But amazing things come in small packages. No matter what the case is, you will not give up. You will never stand down again. Whatever karmic cycle you just went through that felt like it was never ending. Never ending. Maybe that's the thing too. Maybe you normally get through cycles a lot quicker, and this cycle felt like it was forever. Okay, I want to read what this card means, because I know what it means when I get it in my own deck. But yeah, let's see. Arya Stark. Oh, wait, she's going to be at the beginning of the alphabet. Okay. Things might be tough right now, and this is what you guys are coming out of. Remember, you're coming to a stage of completion with being single, with having to do things on your own, with having to sort it out. Remember, the power of your community. Things might be tough right now, but it's important that you do not give up. This isn't the time to back down or shrink yourself. Okay, this isn't the time to back down or shrink yourself. It's the time to fight for the ones you love and the things that you believe in. If you feel lost or exhausted, it might be helpful to take the time to remind yourself why you do the things that you do. Perhaps make a list of the things that you love or reasons why you originally set foot on this path. You're here and in this for a reason, and you're strong enough to meet the challenges along the way. So you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not ready for love, but you are ready. You might have in the past been feeling ready to run, but you are now ready to love. Affirm it below. I am ready to love. I am ready to love. You and only you can meet challenges in the way that you do, pivot the way that you do, and you are showing people, I am fearless. I am the CEO of my life. I'm iconic, and I'm kind of a big deal. I have greatness in my DNA. You better ask somebody. Okay? Let's see what else we get for you guys. When I think of Arya Stark in Game of Thrones, I feel like so many people underestimated her. Oh my gosh, she's a girl. She's small. She's tiny. But she became amazing. Okay. And this reminds me of that fighting scene where it's the last season of Game of Thrones and the family finally starts to reunite at Winterfell. And her sister, I forget her name. What's the sister's name? I can't think of it right now. But her sister hasn't seen her in a long time. And her sister's like, I'm the Lady of Winterfell. She's always been like a girly girl. Well, she's watching her, Arya, who's like, yeah, I'm a fighter. I do this, I do that. I have a list, my little revenge list. And she thinks that she's joking. But then she sees her fighting and training, and she's like, whoa, she's been busy the whole time we've been separated. And she is not the same person. She's feisty. She's a survivor. They all had to survive. Everyone in the Stark family, even Jon Snow, they all had to survive and pave their own way. And so I like the part where it's shown that Arya, despite how small she is, has paved her own way and it hasn't been easy. Okay, so we have back off. Because of the power of your affirmations, your words, and your prayer, your angels and the power of your community is helping you, is aiding you in removing this spell work. The synchronicities are going to be insane. I cannot wait for you guys to share them with me. This is like your friend going to go get you a drink at the store, and then they don't have what you want at the store. They have something else. But there's something else that she brings you that they do have, even though you had your heart set on that one thing. You're like, whatever she brings is cool. Is something that's like going to help you feel better. Okay. Let's say your friend was trying to cheer you up and she's like, I'm going to go get you some soup. Okay. Example. I'm going to go get you some soup. I'm going to go get you some tea. And so she goes to get you this stuff, but the stuff that you wanted wasn't at the store. So she brings you something else. And whatever magic ingredients she brings is a game changer. The signs and synchronicities that you are being brought this week are game changers. Like, you can't unsee them. They're too aligned. too aligned. You're going to be thinking about looking at a house, and somebody in real estate is going to friend request you. You are going to be thinking about looking at homes or, a rental, and one of your friends is going to message you a list of rentals. It's that type of magic. You're going to be thinking about cars that you want to look at, and somebody is going to message you like, hey, I'm selling this, or I know somebody that's trying to get rid of this, like, are you interested? It's going to be that quick. And God is saying, you have closed the door on some very serious business. It is time for you to enjoy a treat. It is time for you to enjoy not having to go through the bananery, okay, the effery of it all. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Through all of this soul searching, it is here. Through all of this soul searching, it has arrived. Be honest with yourself. There are certain things coming in to guide you and coming in to aid you. They might seem too good to be true. Be honest with yourself. Do not sabotage the signs and synchronicities that are coming in for you and the confirmations. Don't do it. Take time for yourself when you even think about doing that. Like, no, let me sit with myself. Let me reflect. Did this soup and tea help me? Did that notification that I saw after I thought about that help me? And why would I want to ruin that? If it is meant for me, if it is fated for me, it will be. You are also taking more time for prayer. Whatever your main core values are, you're becoming more aware what that is. That aids you and helps you. Again, if that's prayer or singing or just anything that's always soothed you and helped you and kept you grounded. That is what you are tapping into. You're also going to be recognizing where you don't need other people's wings to fly. You have a lot of wisdom just within yourself. Oh, I'm hearing a street bike in the far off distance. Let's say someone really tried to ruin you this last year, and I know a lot of you guys dealt with that, and it could have been very frustrating. Whatever you guys were dealing with, you started healing from it. Not fully recovered, but started healing from. And as you started doing that, people really started tuning in to your story or your social media or what you're posting. Seeing that you didn't stop, that you didn't give up. There's a reason why you have the crown. There's a reason why you are the magician. So you are being, again, honest with yourself. Like, I could have given up. I could have given up. It reminds me of the second season of Euphoria, where Rue gets sober and she just looks so, like, she's just glowing and just embodies, like, I don't know, like this youthful, I don't know. There's not all this dark energy like weighing on her. So that also reminds me of when I was in my addiction, I had like a bluish tint skin. I didn't have the light in my skin. I didn't have the light in my eyes. It was gone. It was gone. And I started getting that back as I got sober. Whatever has been draining you and making you sad and lonely, you are seeing why you are a fighter and why you can lean on the community that you are a part of. For each and every one of you, you have a tribe and a community that is destined and determined to see you succeed. Okay? And they are going to explain to you why you have ancient wisdom and why you are the lion, why you are the lioness, and why you have earned all the stars and all the stripes that you be sitting on. You're not going to talk yourself out of thinking that you don't deserve these things. You are preparing for miracles right now. Like, you're getting excited. You guys could be acting as if you already drive that dream car. You already have that dream house. Maybe you're getting little knickknacks and organization things and gadgets together. Like, this is what it would look like if I did have that dream house. This is what it would look like if I did have that dream car. Like, you are in lockstep with the divine, and you are feeling lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. I'm so happy for you guys. Things are being cleaned up. Tears, sadness, a runny nose, all those things are being cleared up for you. Like DJ Khaled would say. And another one. We have justice. You have been, what's the word? You've been disconnecting and decluttering. As you've been doing that, you're like, oh, I'm going to donate this. Like, I don't know. I'm just seeing you guys be less detached or less attached to things. And those that had so much conviction to put you where you didn't belong, to push you around, to make you feel unsafe or unheard, justice is on the way. We are praying for our enemies in this era that they find a hobby or a clue or some happiness, because you are not the one. There were so many hard times put in front of you in this last era, in this last season, that you are ready to slay them all. You know that you're a little banged up and that you'll never see things the same again, but you're also grateful. You're grateful for the way that you see things. This kind of reminds me of Dragonstone in Game of Thrones, or Dragonstone in House of the Dragon. Because all the other places, like, they don't have dragons like that, but the dragons should be at Dragonstone, like in House of the Dragon. So it just shows me you might be banged up still. You might be still healing. You might be still trying to figure it out. But as you're doing that, you're fierce. You are intimidating. Bestie, you are intimidating. Okay. You already have all of the answers. This is how it's going to feel all week. I've been praying for this. I've been praying for that. Things that you've been trying to seal up. It's kind of like this door, the stage of completion. You're like, I want to seal that door. It kind of reminds me of when Reiki is being like sealed at the end. You're like, I want to seal that. But you are realizing, like, I have the answers. I've been praying for the answers. And now I don't need to look that way anymore, because anything that's behind that door has not been helping me. Okay, anything behind that door has not been helping me. If this is your message, okay, I know it's like late to be saying this, but if this is your message and you claim it, I want you guys to drop your fairies down below. You guys can affirm it below. I have earned my stripes. I have earned my stars. And you are seeing where you're just not holding on so tight. You're like, well, I'll get there when I get there. I'm going to ask for help. I'm going to ask for help because I know that help is on the way. I don't need to be, so scared. It's kind of like it kind of reminds me of Titanic, where, they could be freaking out, but they're not freaking out. They're just like, okay, well, if we get saved, we get saved. And if we don't, it is what it is, but at least we're together. You guys are just seeing what's important to you. You're like, yeah, if we get that thing, then it's cool. If we don't, then, at least we're together. We have Daenerys Targaryen. You are the first of your name, whether you really are or not. You're the first of your name because you have so many titles. It is now time for you to be reacquainted with what those titles are. Okay, so like Daenerys, Targaryen is the mother of dragons, the breaker of chains, and a bunch of other things I can't even remember. But I know you guys will tell me in the comments if you guys remember. Ooh, we got Alicent Hightower. You guys could have had some frenemies. Or you guys could be getting rid of some frenemies. These people, they will go to their grave not admitting that they want to be like you. I don't know why this is popping up, but this is what I'm channeling. You have been dealing with a lot of copycats, and they cannot harvest your energy. They can try to emulate it. They can try to clickety clack, I don't even know, try to be the little Wizard of Oz, but they're not pulling it off. They are not pulling it off, nor will it have longevity. No one can really do what you're doing. So Alicent Hightower in House of the Dragon, she is jealous of Rhaenyra. Okay, she's jealous of her being a Targaryen and the fact that she's just so free and wild, and she's the wild one. She's the wild card. She holds on to her self-righteousness and her virtues and all of these things, but you can see the difference between their kids. Rhaenyra's kids are born out of love, and Alicent's children were born out of duty. And the sets of children are completely different. Again, these children are born out of duty, and these children are born out of passion and love. That's what these people wish they had on you. They're doing the things that they're doing to emulate you for duty, to get something. They want to be awarded something, but they're doing it as a duty. They're not doing it out of love. And they were never a good friend. They don't ever want to admit like, oh yeah, I jacked that from you. I copped that from you. They're never going to admit that. They're never going to admit it. I literally can't. So yeah, you just keep saying it's now or never. It's now or never. I've heard 2 airplanes since I started this message. Ooh, and speaking of now or never, we have Baela. Baela was a fearless youngin', okay? She's like, I'm gonna get a dragon. And, you know, maybe because, like, she was small, they're like, you're a kid. You can't really get on a dragon and just be doing whatever the heck. And she's like, I'm gonna get a dragon and I'm gonna be doing whatever the heck. So you guys are fearless and truthful in that way. And sometimes you say things that you don't mean to say, and it just, like, gets blurted out, and you're like, oh, I wish I didn't say that like that. I wish I could have, like, held it in, but that's what people find endearing about you, that you just not really trying to hold the truth in or hide it from people. Okay. Anything else for the collective? For this magical era? Endless serendipity. Endless serendipity is on the way. Not only is help on the way, answers are on the way, magic is on the way, endless serendipity is on the way. Are you ready? Wow. You are unleashing your jar of dreams. You are unleashing everything that you kept hidden or kept small at one point in time. You are not doing that anymore. You are also in touch with your body. You're going to pause to listen to your body. Maybe you steamroll what's going on with your body sometimes, and you're like, I'm not going to do that. I know I want to glaze over it, but I got to listen more. You know, sometimes we think, oh, I don't have time for that. What's wrong with my body now? Like, I don't have time for that. But you are seeing where you need to make time for that, because you're given one palace and one body in this life. And your purpose is everything to you. So, of course, you want to be, you know, feeling good. And that's been meaning a lot to you right now, is what you're going to disconnect from to feel good. Okay. Anything else? Well, okay. You are getting an upgrade. Your angelic team is helping make things right. The things that you've been working on, the things that you've been trying to fix, these things are being made right. These adjustments are coming in, and you are realizing, like, I am skilled. And, you know, maybe because, like, she was small, they're like, you're a kid. You can't really get on a dragon and just be doing whatever the heck. And she's like, I'm gonna get a dragon and I'm gonna be doing whatever the heck. So you guys are fearless and truthful in that way. I am fine-tuning. I am healing. Maybe you were doubting that for a second. Like, I don't know if I'm really healing. I don't know if it's working. Like, is it working? Because maybe things are moving so slow, like at a snail's pace. With love. This love is going to be so aligned and synchronized. It's just going to be more harmonious. You guys are going to have a complete understanding of one another. You're going to be in lockstep. It's going to be a beautiful partnership. Okay, so some of you guys are getting ready for a beautiful partnership and more serendipity, your hard work paying off, your pot of gold, your rainbow. The perfect timing. That's everything this week. Seeing the perfect timing. The perfect timing is not an optical illusion. It is not a visual effect. It's not a mirage. It's really here. It is really here. Everything is changing for you. You thought, oh, we're going to stay in this stagnant mess? For how long? How long are we going to be here, though? It's like being stuck in an elevator. You're like, I'm claustrophobic. Where are the firemen? When am I getting out of here? And feeling like they're never, ever going to get there. They're never, ever going to get there. I'm also seeing you guys cut communication with certain people that like to blow up your phone that you just really don't have any interest in. Maybe someone's trying to like leave you. You guys could have a couple frenemies, hidden enemies that want to leave you hanging in the workspace. But they're not going to leave you hanging because you already have the replacement. I don't know who needs to hear that. Like, you needed a confirmation that they are secretly a hater. Somebody that you're working with. Somebody that you've been collaborating with is secretly a hater. And they're going to try to, this is like you guys doing a science project together. And then being like, oh, actually, I've got to go here and do this. So you're going to have to finish that. You've already got it figured out. You already have it figured out. You are going to be enjoying more rest and relaxation this week. You are figuring out a way to work smarter and not harder to be supported more. Again, the power of community. You've been feeling like things have been in limbo for a while, and now you're going to be feeling very confident. So again, bestie, by the end of this week, you are going to be seeing that there was so many things that lined up for you. It's nothing short of a miracle. Nothing short of a miracle. You've been obeying the orders. You've been surrendering to the divine. You are going to feel passionate again, fearless, assertive. You are the champion for your cause. This is like you coming out of the distance. They're like, yeah, I feel like the collective gave up. I don't think they're showing up. And then here you are at the last minute. Like, everything's good here. I'm still here. Hard times are over. Whatever you have been talking about, posting on social media, or getting ready to share with the world or a community or a group is going to do better than you think just because your progress has been slowed down for a little bit. You were needing a very hard reset. And in that hard reset, you've had to speak from your heart. You've had to become very vulnerable with what works for you and what doesn't. And so you faking the funk and trying to get through the motions or doing things for duty wasn't working for you. And that's something also is going to stir up in you because you're going to see many across the way that are your arch nemesis or your work enemies or people in your work arena that are sloppily copying your style and what you do and not even pulling it off well. If that don't get you off the hot seat or, I don't know, doing something, spinning in a circle, you have a strong opinion and it matters. You speak the truth and it matters. You are an inspiration and it matters. And these people are just, it's not going to cut the mustard. It is not going to cut the mustard. You defy the odds, you defy gravity, and you teach others to do the same. Okay, you will be teaching others to do the same. Yeah, so I'm getting a lot of romance, affection, realizations, shocking revelations, crazy confirmation, signs and synchronicities. Wow, it's about to be a crazy week for you. but I'm so excited. Let me know everything that's going on in the comments. Ugh. Okay, don't forget to smash the you know what, hit the bell, you do not want to miss out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you made it to the end of this message, drop a lion, a dragon, or a fairy. Okay, if you made it to the end of this message, drop a dragon, a fairy, or a lion, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.